Today's video is a golden opportunity for you young go-getters out there and parents who are ready to maximize your resources. By the end of this video, you will see how putting away money each week can potentially turn into a Bitcoin fortune. You know I'm always talking about crypto. I think this might change your mindset, y'all. Let's dive into it. We back. Now, before I dive in, it's crucial that you understand that I am not a financial advisor, and this video is not about financial advice. If you get a little bit of entertainment and I make you laugh a little bit, then you can say it's about infotainment, information and entertainment. Always do your own research, y'all, okay? Now, let's just get into it, because you know I'm excited, okay? For all you young adults out there who can set aside a certain amount of cash each week, this is for you. Doesn't matter if you're working part-time, full-time, or living at home with fewer bills, this is a prime opportunity to start investing in your financial future and maybe move out of that home whenever you're ready to. Wish I had somebody telling me that when I was young. Let me set the stage. The federal minimum wage is $7.25 per hour. Now, if you're working full-time, that's roughly $290 a week. Now, imagine if you take 25% of that, which is $72.50. Let's just say $73. Now, I live in Florida. If you're in Florida and you're working a minimum wage job, it's $12 an hour. If you're working full-time, it's $480 a week. If you take 25% of that, which is $120, and you use that for your Bitcoin investment, it might not sound like much, but I can also hear some of y'all saying, it is. Well, let me put it like this. What is something that you normally spend $100 on in a week? Take out fast food, you know, whatever, over time, over a week, maybe you spend between $50 and $100. Hopefully that brings it into perspective. See, what I'm talking about is turning this Bitcoin for the long haul. But you need to and you must develop a patient mindset. Let me say before I move forward that, I'm using specific income levels and spending habits. I do understand that everyone's financial situation is different. So, when it comes to you, consider your own circumstances and risk tolerance before applying any strategies that I talk about. And make sure before you invest that you have a solid financial plan that considers your overall goals, your needs, and your risk tolerance. Now, let me just say I'm not really making light of anyone who's living at home. You're at a certain age, period, point blank. We're in a different time, and you have to do what you have to do so that you can survive. But we need to be smart and aware of what we do when we have opportunities. Also, I did not include married couples or people who are in relationships and who are living together. I'm actually focusing on people who have fewer responsibilities and fewer bills. Now, I'm not saying just because you live at home doesn't mean that you have fewer responsibilities or fewer bills. I have to mention this because it's like, I can imagine people just commenting, but in reality, you're saving a ton of money not having to pay full rent or mortgage right now. So if you can, you should be able to give a little to your parents to not only benefit them, but benefit you at the same time. Now let me hit the parents for a little bit. This is for you also. Whether it's for you or your growing child, this is a win-win situation. It's an opportunity for them to save, and for you, it's a chance to collect a little bit of rent. What should you do with that collected cash? Of course, invest it in Bitcoin. It's a smart move that benefits everyone. Now, I'm talking about Bitcoin. You can invest in whatever other cryptocurrency, but we're talking about Bitcoin. We're keeping it solid, right? Experts predict Bitcoin hitting 150,000, possibly $500,000 in 5 years. Could be sooner, who knows? But I'm not a financial advisor. Could be sooner, could be later. But I'm just saying, I'm going by what the experts say. Honestly, y'all, I think financial freedom is within reach. And with consistent investment, we could all be looking at a substantial payoff if we do it right. Wish I had somebody telling me that when I was young. I want to talk about a 5-year dollar cost average calculation. But before I do that, please understand that these are just hypothetical scenarios based on current predictions. The actual value of Bitcoin in the future could be significantly higher or lower. We don't know. So do not prioritize your investments over your basic financial needs or your personal goals. Come on now. You have to know that. This is your decision and you're going to have to live with it. So make the right decision. But let's visualize the realistic growth over 5 years with a dollar cost average at Bitcoin's current price, which is roughly around $52,000. Now, I hope I got everybody listening right now. If you're listening, pay attention. Let's look at the federal minimum wage. With an initial investment of about $73 a week, we're talking about a total investment over 5 years of around $18,860. If Bitcoin potentially reaches that $500,000, you're talking about approximately 5 years, $18,000 investment weekly. Now, if we go with the Florida minimum wage, where we're talking about $120 a week, over 5 years, you will have invested $31,200. Bitcoin hits that $500,000. Now, if you're a savvy or a frugal individual who can manage your dollars, you can use that same scenario over 5 years, and your opportunity for this potential is here also. You may be saying, but I don't have any extra money. Well, whatever extra money you get, if you get a second job, side hustle, whatever, figure out where you can get a little extra dollars that you can stack for the next 5 years and beyond. You understand? I mean, I know you work hard. I know you want to take your vacations. I know you want to reward yourself. I get it. And I'm not trying to be in your business either. I'm just talking. But honestly, if you can afford it, you still shouldn't be using that as an excuse. You have to think long term. Opportunity cost is my focus. Opportunity cost simply means giving up something to get something else in the long run. So we're in a time where the opportunity is even greater, in my opinion. I mean, that's just how I feel about it. Anybody else feel me? Take that trip money you want to spend on that trip and invest it in some Bitcoin. I'm sure it'll be worth a lot more in like 5 years. Like, I would rather be able to go on a trip when I want to versus having to save. Hope you can understand the correlation. In closing, y'all, seasoned financial freedom is within our grasp. Whether you're a young adult with a little extra or a savvy parent ready to invest, if you found this video valuable, please make sure to smash that like button and subscribe for more videos like this. Ring that notification bell to stay updated. It's all about education for me, and it's all about just looking at things different and considering the relationship that you have with money changing the way that you interact with it. Remember, your financial journey starts with small steps. Thanks for tuning in, y'all, and I'll catch y'all on the next one.